I'm not talking to you now. Sorry, I just tickled myself. I'm like, oh! Mr. Wave. You literally legs, arms, and a head. What the fuck? Oh my god! Firing blanks.
Mine. I spoke that.
Please, you can, and boom. Oh. I pressed a random button and it was the button for this thing I'm already on. We offered Side-Eye Guy's asshole up to the incubus/succubus. Nothing happened to his bumhole.
It's a noxious odour and it smells pretty rotten, and I've got a strong suspicion it's coming from your bottom.
I get brown and pink mixed up. Fuck off. No. Marilyn Monday. I saw that video. Happy birthday, Mr. Beardo. And... chat, I was sorting laundry, so much laundry. Christmas Day. We're ending in 10 minutes. Turkey battle cry. Beardo looks like a white camp Mr. T. A pitbull. CRL, if you clip that, I...
Oh, Beardo!
Fuck
Long
you.
chat. I was about to write in the chat buongiorno.
Scared the shit out of me shouting that loud. Look at this shit. They're in line with my nipples. They're lower than my nipple. Where's my nipples gone? Gun is firing peanuts! Peanuts!
Fire him with your penis, Beardo!
Side-Eye Guy. He's that posh. He's like James Bond, but with a sock. I've been stunned. I got him through the stun. I'm getting accused of hacking for that. Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, beardos, weirdos, balls, and ghouls. Hope you're all doing well. Ignore the state of my eyes. We had a few drinks yesterday. And we both still got this stinking cold. Good evening, all. You're not at the bingo. Pedro is there. Pedro's playing bingo. What is he, 90? Jesus. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. So to see us out, I'm live till 8 p.m. And then you got Ghosts on Trent with a premiere of a video that you're going to need to watch, because it shows the positives that can happen when paranormal investigating. Positives. So let's do some participants before it gets way too busy and then I fall 20 minutes behind and Beardo don't crow the chat. So we got A. Wakefield, Al Rarer, Amber Lewis, Amy and Ozzy, Anna Banana, Anne Robinson, Bente Therese, Bean Sawyer, Bill Stacey, Blue Sky Lissa, Boogie, Boss's Food Fight, Bossy, Boss, Chris Ewell, Christine Bissett, Christopher John, Ruby, Mr. Satan, Keo, Denise Flood, Darth Vader, the Darth Vader? David Hannell, Dawn C, Deadeye Survivor, Dean Bailey, Deborah Mamula, Diane Quinney, Dion, Do Driving Gloves Matter? Yes. Doomed Lottie, Double K, Ember, Enger, Entity 7, Paranormal Joe Vitali for Harb, you beautiful bastard. Figment, Ghost Dragon Investigations, Gillian Daniels, Glasgow Ghost Hunters, Granny Dumpling, Hayley, Hayes Grimes, Icy Ghost Cats, Jan Stadil, Jean C, Jean Henderson, Jennifer Taylor, Jenny J, Jolene. Bristol Ghost Paranormal, how you doing? I hope Rick is on the mend and home. Juanita George, Karen Reid, Katie W, Kestrel Pat, Kramit, Chris Williams, El Skipper, Laura Wilson, Lil Miss Mayhem, Lionheart, Making Memories, Mary Jane Gin Juice, Melanie Finnegan, Michael Rochert, something like that. Mike's Mysteries, Mr. Badger, MBD, Nanny Pups, Nick Derrick, Proto Man, Queen of the Underworld, Reach Ginge, Ray Bubbles, Rebecca Keynes, Ricky, Rob the Blow, Robert Henley, Robo Murphy, Roger Bowen, Russ Williams, Security Officer Bob, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Shelley D, Simon Stevens, Skazdias, Sonia Jarrett, Special Ed, Stacey Smart, Surrey Supernatural, Paranormal Monkey Podcast, The Dark One, Three Spires, Tina Rafferty, Cy Parsons, Tuffy Ears, Twinkle Toes, Two Boys, Vicky H, William Wayland, Weird Fox and Zelda's Ghosts. Good evening to you all. Nearly 200 of you in already. What's everyone been doing then? Anyone doing anything cool on the weekend? Anyone done anything? We went out. Mrs. Geek's sister, my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, their brother came to stay for a couple of hours. So we went out. And I said the following to Mrs. Geek yesterday morning. I looked her dead in the eye. I said, don't worry about it. We'll have a couple of drinks. We'll be home nice and early. And then we can just chill out. We don't have to eat any bad food. The first hour I was there, I'd done 2 pints of Guinness and ordered the spiciest burger that I could get on the menu. Scoffed that. Had another pint of Guinness. That was the first pub in the first hour. And then my nephew bongo-bellied me again in front of everyone. So I sprinted at him as fast as I could. I nearly caught him. And everyone was shocked at how fast I could move. Today, I can't walk properly because I've pulled something in my groin. What a knob. Carlito Hued, how you doing? John Boy Patton, hello to you. I partied hardy and I'm hanging bad today. Oh, I think we got home about 5 p.m, which is early. But we stopped in Asda, which is like our version of Walmart. And I bought a litre of rum that we didn't share. Mrs. Geek had gin. Horror, how you doing? Welcome in. EVV's crib, how are you doing? So we came back to the house and... we stopped in a couple of cocktail bars as well. We'd never had sake, which is a Japanese drink. So we had some of them in cocktails and stuff. And if I wanted potpourri, I wouldn't put it in my fucking drink. I'd put it on my table so my living room smells nice. So I ordered a drink, not a fucking salad. What is this shit? It was very nice. Apart from the stuff floating in it. So yeah, we went to the shop, bought a litre of rum. And then my brother-in-law says, have you tried this martini espresso? I was like, no. It's like, it's only £8 for a bottle. So I bought that. That went, both of them. There's still a good, decent amount of rum left. But, Jesus Christ, I got up this morning. I did not feel good. Not hungover, just I'd eaten bread. We ordered McDonald's at 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. last night because we were hungry again. And we ate that. And I got up this morning, and obviously you have to clean eating. I didn't feel too clean. Bet Mrs. Geek is still trying to flush the loo. Probably. I felt disgusting this morning. Obviously the alcohol, the Guinness, there's like a shot with Kahula and Bailey's floating on the top of it that I keep saying I'm never drinking again, but we drunk it. What a day. Beautiful day. Sun was shining, and then just as we were coming home it started to rain. So it was like, we'll have a little party in the house, a little soiree. My brother-in-law got extremely drunk. He's normally quite, he's a fun guy, but he's mostly serious. And then he says something very stupid. I can play the panpipes. Not realising we had panpipes in the house. For 2 hours, he was just making us flip songs, and he was saying, look, I can play. And he was just blowing until he was about to pass out. It was absolutely hilarious. I think P came out and laughed that much. Christopher John Roby Satan, I'll be buying some merch soon. I appreciate that. No, I don't drink Jaeger bombs anymore. The merch is sold really well. Not just the new Bro Demons, the actual Beardo Fat Ghost t-shirt selling as well. Beardo, you're a wrong'un. Nah, putting away the food and alcohol like Oscar the Grouch. I disgraced myself with what I ate and drunk yesterday. It was like, yeah, we're having a day off it. And then Mrs. Geek was having a day off it because she was having some rum, some gin and tonic. And she had a cocktail, maybe 2. No, she only had 1, I think. And then Mrs. Geek orders her food, and she orders a mixed grill, but with just salad on it. So, the healthy option. I'm smashing the spicy chicken burger down my throat like it was going out of business, then complaining it wasn't hot enough. Sitting with a weed glass of your lovely Welsh Baileys. I hope you're enjoying it, Granny Dumpling. Good evening, Mr. Dead Cold Tales. I hope you're well this evening. Is it evening? Yeah, 6 p.m.'s evening, right? You're on a seafood diet? You eat it? I was on a seafood diet yesterday. And then we were pretty drunk. Brother and sister-in-law went home. And then Mrs. Geek, who doesn't eat chocolate, walks in the living room, eating one of my fucking tam-tams. I was furious. I wasn't. Have you stolen Paul from Ghost on Trent's hat? No. You see the videos that I got my hat on backwards. It's not the same hat every time. I've got a Deadpool one. I've got this Wolverine one. I've got an Iron Man one. 2 different Beardo ones. I only wear hats because my hair's growing out and it looks awful right now. My merch order is slightly delayed and should be with you soon. Flurio, hello to you. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Juanita George. Yeah, I'm quite shocked by how much merch we sold. But you should have taken my hot sauce shoot or your chicken burger. I mean, it would have added taste to it for a start. It would have had a bit of kick to it. I was so disappointed with the spiciest Naga chili. I thought, oh, this might be good. It was vinegar and a little bit of sting. Nothing much. You need a Superman one. I know, there's a reason I don't have any Superman hats. It's because I'm a comic book nerd, and I've got the odd bits of Superman in here, but I'm not much of a Superman fan. The Drunker Debunker. I mean, they were trying to get me to go to the pub today. They were like, oh, we're going over to the pub to meet one of the lads at 4. Come over with us. You can have 1 or 2 and then go back for your stream. I was like, I'm not drinking and then going on stream. I doubt they made it because my brother-in-law was not in a good state today. I get Tim Tams and Shapes where I live, and they are well nice. Very, very nice. Apparently, they sell them in B&M bargains, but I bet they don't taste the same. You sell loads of Billies once they come out. Yeah, a few people have been commenting that they want them. One guy left this comment. You've clickbaited us with your stream title, which was Say Hi to Mrs. Geek, because, I don't know, he couldn't speak to Mrs. Geek enough, apparently. Why do you keep cutting in? Why do you not let your wife speak? Because she's nervous. Fuck's sake. The new Superman is a joke. It's a guy wearing a muscle suit. Vito, don't brag about selling merch. Seg will get jealous. Andrew Goodyear, good evening. Why does your beard look more ginger today? I've been fucking about with the camera again. Does your Wolverine hat match your Wolverine pyjamas? It's a fucking Christmas jumper. Hello there, Emma Rose. Love my Beardo t-shirt. I've got a few things in my basket, but I can't decide what to get next. Waiting for a Billy too. It's Tim Tam, not Tam Tam. I said Tim Tam, didn't I? You thought Mrs. Geek was... It's just somebody having a fucking go for the sake of it again, you know. I'm sure they honed in on the fact that she's got, like, anxiety, and we're like, yeah, we'll pick at that instead. Just ordered a hoodie. John Boy, I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. So as you'll see, on the bottom there, we've got the last Super Chats. So when Super Chats get put into the streams, they stay up until the next one comes in. And in this area, when stuff happens on stream, there'll be like a little alert and shit. I've been messing about today. I was going to try and sort my PC so that I could dual stream, so I could put the game in on Twitch as well, but my brain wouldn't accept anything today. Cognito Airbags, hello to you. I think Mrs. Geek did really well. She did. People trying to tell you to handle your wife as they know better than you. I know. I don't speak over my wife to be a dick. I speak because she doesn't... For somebody that's anxious, the worst thing to do is stick me in front of a camera and then go, right, your turn, and just walk off and leave her there. That would have been far worse for her. Andrew Goodyear, hello. So people love to cause trouble. I don't normally engage with trolls, but I replied to a couple today because I was feeling feisty. It's everywhere. There's people in my comment sections like, how dare you disrespect the sheep? I was like, hang on. Saying that I've got a different opinion on a video does not mean that I have disrespected the sheep. The sheep bring out his video, having a different opinion to me does not mean that he has disrespected me. It's a difference of opinions. And all the people that are pissed off haven't realised that if there was an issue with me and the sheep, we'd have fucking said something. The pair of us are quite vocal. Nobody said anything. Is that rum? No, that is water. All I've had today is black coffee and water. Nothing else is going in my body. Nothing. Mrs. Geek did really well last year. I'm extremely proud of her. Love to take on Smug Puppy, so funny. I'm going to be doing more on Smug Puppy, I think. I'm getting asked quite a lot. So, I know I've said I was done with Really Haunted, but I've had people asking me about his poltergeist activity because it looks real. I've already spotted some bullshittery, so I think both those channels will make a return. Not like I used to. But every now and again, maybe put the both of them in one video. Take my shots, show how they fake it, make some jokes. Job done. Marie Jane Gin Juice, thank you for the £2. Mrs. Geek is an amazing. Can I get a tickle? Yes, you can. And look at your name down there now.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Security Officer Bob, nothing. Nothing? Smug Puppy, what a joke. Do you know what? There was, I've Shape's done a video on... What's his face? Rawr! Bosie's Food Fight, thank you for the 13 months. I'm enjoying the sunny weather, having a rum and coke while I grill some steaks. Hope you and Miss Geek are doing well. Very well, thank you. Like, the Shape's done a video on Midwest Ghost Hunter, and some people in his comment section are saying, hey, but he's a parody channel. And the Shape has argued, in my opinion, rightly with the following. Until he says it's a parody, and until he corrects people that it's not real, fair game. Which I completely agree with. The Dark One, thank you very, very much for the 5 gifted there. I appreciate you. John Torrance, yes, you can get a wee. You got Colin fans coming in. Yeah, they're not too bad. Debunked Paranormal, so I give him a shout out this week, and he's put out a Paranormal Nightmare video. I've got one, the Saturn members only. I'll release it at some point this week. It's only a short video. He's going to experience something different when those lot get hold of that. Firefly Kelly, thank you for the 20 months. I can't think of a better way to spend my Sunday afternoon. Hi, everybody. Happy birthday, Ryan. I hope you're on the mend. Really do. Kels, hello to you. Mike's Mysteries. Pump, hello to you. Protoman, thank you for the $20 for you and the lovely Mrs. Geek for being awesome. I appreciate that. So we came off the stream and she was like, I was so nervous and everyone was so nice. And she was just grinning like it was such a good, feel-good stream, you know? And it really is. It's why I barely touch on the paranormal in these lives. Just because it's a feel-good thing, something a bit different. You know, I do gaming stuff where I don't discuss it. Then I do the debunking or the investigations. And then there's these lives as well. But I appreciate that, Proto Man. I was pretty vicious to call in. My last video, I spent time going through his last year. Some of these people need it. Some of them need... Colin has still been polite to me in emails, even though I've completely ignored him, because... there's only so much bullshit I can put up with, you know? He comes across far better than most, but I'm not engaging with somebody that I don't believe anything about. YouTube comment, appreciate you. I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, it was nice to see the grin on her face and her enjoying it, but she was like, I'm not doing them once a month like you said. I was like, alright, fine. Just when you want to, pop on. Can't wait to bring our new mouthy content out. Go for it, Ryan. Go for it. Beardo, give Mrs. Geek a hug from me, please. Absolutely. Anna Banana, thank you for the 12 months. Mrs. Geek is wonderful. She did amazing. I think she did. God, I missed the live of Mrs. Geek. Ill in bed. I hope you're well now. I hope you're well now. Right, I think have I called up? That never happens. Mistress Kaylee, hello to you. Missed Mrs. Geek. Kaylee. Did you have something in real life that was more important than absolutely... Nobody needs to apologise for missing a stream. Ever. Ever. Beardo, do you still have the Deadpool clip? Yes, I do. I keep meaning to do a cleaner version of this as well.
Hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity.
Fuck off! Adorn me, Beardo! Fucking A! It's perfect!
Can you have a piss off ghost and a ban? Because you've got to, you greedy bastard. Yes, you can.
Piss off, ghost!
Did your appendix explode on you? Jesus, that can be really serious, that. Kidney stones? Ugh. Mrs. Geek's appearance should be a special event. They should, and they will be. And then my nephew yesterday, we all sat around the table, because, you know, early on, before the alcohol started to flow, both our nephew, well, one of our nephews is old enough to drink now, but our youngest nephew, you know, Dan, that told 600 people I shit myself, he's out with us. When can I come on your stream next? So you're not. You're banned. Can I have a Corvette for the community? Yes, you can.
Yes, Carl. I've heard just over there. I've heard it gets very moist down the middle. Carping me. What was that?
Don't remember the piss off ghost? It's from Thor Ragnarok, where Loki disappears. Get your 20% off Beardo merch here. Thank you, Jolene. Yeah, until the 17th. So you've got a couple of days left. There is actually 20% off everything in the store. And I've actually set it up so when Teespring... Is it Teespring I use? I can't remember. Anyway, whenever there's a sale that I can put on the store, I've asked them to alert me via email so I can make sure that we can get that out. Moist! Just saying. Fact of the day, I was quite drunk when I filmed that Corvette video. I mean, didn't doubt it. Didn't doubt it. And you set the bloody dog off. Take it easy, Pomp. I feel for you. Pomp, get well soon. Just had stitches taken out my thumb from the other day. Mrs. Geek, my rum. Don't you get a bottle of alcohol and you twist it and it's supposed to snap off the bottom ring? It didn't snap. Mrs. Geek, bless her, when I'll open that and tried to rip it apart with her bare hands and sliced it right into her thumb. And the reason she did it was to stop me using a knife when I was drunk. I think Beardo should do an entire video of rar, we, etc. Maybe a nice clickbait April Fools. I better not clickbait anyone. Pushing the merch, you'll get as bad as Steve. I mean, at least I only push it on my own page, Paranormal Monkey Podcast. There's nobody worse than you and the side-eye guy for pushing merch. Just saying. Moist down the middle. And my brother-in-law, being as drunk as he was, just looked the window. Do you want an ambulance? Was it squirting out? Was it gushing? Was it moist? Justin in the house. Hello there, Lionheart. Spreadshirt is the merch. Just had my email. Thank you, Justin. John Boy. There you go. Spreadshirt. The other company is the one I used to use, and the designs washed off all the merch I bought. Beardo, can I get a rare for Ryan's birthday, please, mate? Yes, you can. Ryan from Bristol Paranormal Hunters, happy birthday. Said Deathful, thank you for the 5 gifted. Very kind of you. Rawr. 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 You and Mrs. Geek love Al Bundy? I don't think Mrs. Geek has ever watched Married with Children. I loved that show. Been in a few desperate situations where the cork is snapped in a bottle of wine. I used to just poke it all in, just let it drop in and then sieve it. I'm going to throw to Trump in a minute. What, you're going to fart? Make sure it's not a moist fart. No rar, my dog. Oh, sorry, dog. Will you be doing an early hangout with Easter being next Sunday? I probably won't change my stream, to be fair. It'll be at the same time. I'm not changing for Jesus, even though people in my comment sections keep telling me to. Like every now and again, I'll stray into enemy territory and look at their comments. Paranormal Nightmare fans, all of them. Beardo needs to find Jesus. Beardo's an asshole. Hey, didn't that Jesus guy say you should forgive and stuff, love thy neighbour and whatever? Can I get it? No, you can't, Naomi. Annie Coughlin, hello to you. Wheels the OG, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. Stu Farrell, hello. Lycan, hello. Got all you beautiful people. 348 on a Sunday afternoon. Flip Art, hello to you. Your last stream was most enjoyable. Engard, I think the Paranormal Monkey... I'm almost gutted that not enough people watched it. Now, I know Justin is very happy with where he is in YouTube, and he knows he's a very small channel and stuff, but I would love for more people from all sides of the community to have been able to watch that. Watch how the chat behaved and taken something from it in the positive. It's a shame. I respect you blocking me when I was crashing out on Facebook. I respect you for blocking me when I was crashing out on Facebook. I'm currently in a better mental health since I'm on Facebook and Insta. Jesus died for your soul too. He didn't die for me. He didn't do my washing and ironing. I beat out some tit, drove into the BT phone box and knocked out half the town's internet for a couple of weeks. I've had to watch normal TV. Hashtag Beardo's fault. Stacey, that is not my fault. Smoking some turkey on the barbecue. Ooh. Must say it's looking lovely and moist. Oh, you can't beat a moist bird. Smash that like button, weirdos. Subscribe and share to the world. Appreciate you, Marie. Jolene, Jesus and Beardo are best friends from the beginning of time. That's why I don't believe, because I was there. And he didn't walk on water. He didn't turn water into wine. And if he had, I'd have drunk it all. Mama Geek, good evening. Good evening. And Papa Geek. How are you doing, Papa Geek? Mama Geek, look what your daughters did to my eyes. My daughter says crashing out to me. Crashing out's falling asleep. Yeah, I didn't get what the crashing out thing was about. Very rare do I block people on Facebook. Unless something really nasty is said. Facebook's not like YouTube. There's no terms of service over there. Well, there might be. I just don't care. I don't love my neighbour. He's a literal wanker. And we have to hear it. What? You hear your neighbour? What? I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. I'm very fortunate with my neighbours. Because when they are home, they're cool as shit. It's my in-laws and I get on fucking great with them. Thanks for all Ryan's birthday wishes. You're very, very welcome. Bit of Troll, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much there, Bit of Troll. I've turned water into wine. It's called fermenting. Fair enough. Because we were drinking sake yesterday. I was like, I don't know what it is. It's fermented rice. Just, you know. Couldn't tell you still what it tastes like because they didn't serve sake. Do you watch Japanese shows and stuff and they've got those little cups of sake and then they drink it and it's like, oh, couldn't do that. Fucking gutted. Jesus washed people's feet and that's why I don't believe in him. Nobody washes somebody else's feet unless they're getting paid for it. Looking a bit rough there, Boot. Not as rough as the brother-in-law. I nearly said his name then. After my Thursday experience, then they need to take the hint. Who does? Crashing out is a new word for having a mental breakdown. Alright. People need to... I'm going to have a little tiny bit of a rant here. People need to understand that content creators are not psychic. We don't know when people are going through any form of crisis. If we did, we'd behave accordingly. We don't know what is going on in anybody's life behind the scene with the greatest of respect. All of these names scrolling, everybody has something in their life. And I try to accommodate as many as I can. But we all remember the early days of this channel where we had some guy that, you know, his mother died twice and then he actually died and then was magically resurrected. Some people just like the attention. Some people are just like, oh my god, my dog died last Thursday and you said my favourite channel are crap. You've hurt my feelings. Like, sorry, but that channel was still crap whether your dog died or not. You're not Sidekick or Psychic. The Panpipe King, he's not the Panpipe King. He was funny as shit. He was going so red and leaning further and further forward when he was about to pass out from lack of oxygen. People don't have a glass head. Exactly. And the blame that any type of content creator is getting right now is fucking ridiculous. You know, do you watch something that you don't like? Well, watch my own, not watch anyone else's. Ugh. The witnesses need to go away from me. Mental health today has gotten so much worse. It absolutely has gotten worse, and there should be more help out there for people. I 100% agree with that, but people need to stop holding content creators up on these pedestals where we are responsible for... We're not. We're just people. And I'm an idiot. You know, where is the sippy cup? It's a big jug, not a sippy cup. Hello there, Staffordshire Paranormal. Hope you're well. The best one is I'm leaving YouTube. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Content creators need to stop that shit as well. The amount of them, they're like, this is the end. And then they put out these mournful, sat in my car. Can't take it anymore. It's so sad. The channel is ending. And they're gone for like 2 weeks. Really haunted, did it? Right, guys. My daughter's got babby, so can't have ghosties in house. Fucking 3 days off he took. Wanker. If I feel strong emotion or something, someone says, hold myself back from commenting, I can think rationally. I don't always do that. I'm very quick to fire off at people. But at the same point, if somebody's going to talk shit about me or my mates and then I feel the need to stand up for it, I'll just do it. Flip hard has jugs. It's a water jug. Don't make it all weird, okay? Oh, why does everything I say sound just rude? Thanks for introducing me to Debunked Paranormal. Love it. I was watching him today laughing. I didn't realise he knew who I was 4 months ago. 4 months ago he put out a video and he was like, I want to go live on Friday, but I can't because Beardo's live and I don't want to take his hundreds of viewers. You see how cool I'm being to Beardo? I laughed like hell watching that this afternoon. I've watched like 8 or 9 of his videos this afternoon. And then I watched The Beast, Eddie, racing go-karts and getting kicked out of the go-kart track for crashing. Good evening, Hunks Lamb. I hope you're well. Give me a wee, please. Yes, sir. You wish you had jugs like Beardo's. The cheek of it. Excuse me. I'll show you my Kindle read list later. What? I like the debunk guy when he did the knob joke. The knob joke was great. This knob, not this knob, this knob. Before you get offended, he explains the joke away, which we all end up doing now, which is ridiculous. And then he's just like, but not this knob in the coat. Well, Annalise, welcome in. Laughter is the best medicine. Life's too serious. Thanks, Beardo, for the giggles. I mean, some people take me far too seriously, and I keep arguing with him like I'm running around in a fucking dinosaur suit. Chill out. You're a horrible bully, bro. He's still going, mind. Vinny, thank you for the £5. Me and Fiona appreciate everything you do, Beardo. Keep up the good work. Absolute legend. And you, Vinny and Fiona, I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Jimmy from Ghost Quest, how are you doing? I find it funny. The knob thing was hilarious. It is. He's got a lot of little lines in his repertoire. I enjoy his content. You need to tell everybody about your fangirling of Kieran earlier in the week. Both of us shamingly trying to get him on our channels, though. Well, I mean, why not? So, yeah, Kieran O'Keefe, as you know, I'm a big fan, and he knows me. I've never told anyone this, but he knows me and he enjoys the channel. He was live on Friday, and then I drop in. He's only got 20-something viewers, and I'm like, this is mortifying. One of the most level-headed people in the paranormal world in the UK, you know, fucking world-famous parapsychologist. He should have more views. So we're talking and chatting. Like, he wasn't talking directly to me. He read some of my comments, but to me, he was talking to me. And I spotted Justin in there. And do you know what Justin did? In Kieran O'Keefe's stream, started taking shots at me. So I fired some back like, pew pew. And then, yeah, we both self-promoted and we're like, hey, Kieran, we'd love to get you on. And he was like, okay. He was like, what if we all did one together? That would be fantastic. I blame Justin. He's a bad influence on me. Mistress Kaylee, thank you for the £5. Here's a couple of quid I'm not spending on boarding up my window. Why are you boarding up window, Aunt Kaylee? Thank you for the £5. I appreciate it. Ghost Quest documentary is not a channel I want to see when it's coming out. What is the name going to be? Has he had to take it down, is he? Because I know he's been picked up by like a TV network or something. Going through a tough time at the moment. Your videos have got me through a lot recently. Richard Hughes, I appreciate that. I'm glad that I can do something other than annoy people. Did I see Sweet Goth? I did see Sweet Goth. How are you doing there? Hope you're well. I wish I got these notifications. Yeah, now that's all that counts. Philbo Reviews, hello to you from Ireland. Ireland. Calm down, Annie Wilkes. What's Kieran's channel called? Kieran O'Keefe. Maybe he should have something that... I think what may be holding him back is, if you try to spell Kieran O'Keefe without looking it up, it's fucking impossible. I don't know how the hell to spell it. Johnny D, thank you for the £5. Hope you and the family are doing well, brother. Absolutely. I mean, most of us got hangovers. Yeah, it's Kieran's Facebook page, but I think maybe he needs, like, a name for it, you know? Kieran. The best debunker ever, O'Keefe. Apart from the wind funnel, because that was shit. But his stream was about embarrassing paranormal investigation stories, and I've actually got one about when a woman, me and Dean were out in a care home, or an abandoned, fucking ruined care home, and we were hearing strange noises, and we were like, shit, we've been waiting years for this. Let's go. And I was like, I think that's people I've seen a torchlight. And as I walk out, a woman goes to walk in that doesn't know we're there and just screams in my face. And I shit myself, rightfully so. And my arm went up, and then I realised what was happening. Like, oh! I was like, just paranormal investigators. And she looked me dead in the eye, and she went, oh, thank fuck for that, because the boys would have had you. Do you mean the boys would have run out of the fence over there? They've gone. They've left you. Oh, it was great. Beardo, we love you in... Is that the French flag? I think that's the French flag. Hey, Mr. Doske Claire, how you doing? I'm late because of the gym, not the notification that I didn't get. I believe if you hit the notification bell, turn it off and then back on, it resets it for a lot of people. So, I don't know. Hey, Ghostis, how you doing? Can't wait until Ghost Quest documentary to be streamed. I'd love for there to be a DVD release too for those that may not have the streaming service that it's on. I mean, I'm glad a mainstream, I think it's a mainstream TV thing, will have picked that up. You won't recognise the flag, though, but he knows. Was that not a French flag? Red, white and blue, that's France, right? Is that not French? Sorry. It's called Ghost Carmel Main documentary. Truth, lies, and everything in between. Hey Naomi, rather moist day here. She'll have you guts. Beard, that flag is from the Netherlands. Oh. See, I only know French Canadians. Like one Annalise. French is vertical. Ah, see, that's why I was confused. Just the French sleeping. Kaylee J, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Unfortunately, one Annalise knows me a little bit too well. Hopefully I'll get them now. Hopefully. It's YouTube, you know. Red, white and blue is Dutch. To be honest, I don't even know if I've ever seen a Dutch flag before. I know Dutch people. Very nice people. They shout at me all the time. Oh, Fix of Carmel, Maine mentioned. Yeah, I get a lot of emails about Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, and, you know, can you debunk Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, because I've believed it, and I just, like, it's pointless me doing it. It's a fantastic documentary, and then I'll direct people there. Mr. Grey did a debunk years ago. I think The Shape did one years ago. I just direct people instead of me going over the same things that they've done. It'd be a French flag if you were laying down looking at it. My head was kind of on a tilt, right? Right, chat? Just one more train in Dutch bit. Dutch is orange, white and blue. Right, you're confusing me now. Who's had a pop with Joe Vitale? Nobody that I know of. I can't see anybody who's had a pop with him. But, no matter what's going on, I will not be covering it. Sweden? Isn't Sweden just in the Netherlands? I know. I know it's not now. Come to the Netherlands and smoke some weed? I would like to. That makes me feel great that you direct people to the dock. Absolutely. Let's play Guess the Flag. Absolutely. Jenny G, I am geographically challenged, okay? Okay? We will not. The UK I'm alright with. I know my way around the UK quite well. And there's only 4 flags. Well, 5 if you count the Republic of Ireland. But they are Europe, not Britain. And then Americans. Americans. Going to London in Europe. You're fucking not. You're going to London in England. In Great Britain. Not Europe. We sacked that off. And nothing has gone wrong since. Wendy Whittington, thank you for the $10. Hi, Beardo, trying to send you Mrs. Geek a Gothic castle I've been working on in an email. What, a full castle? Huh? How'd you say? Oh, right, it's art, is it? I saw the doc being talked about in a live. You want to see it? Beardo, great hat. I appreciate it. I have a collection of great hats. Fantastic hats. Beardo, it's Sweden. Sweden, Netherlands, fucking Greenland, it's all the same. Don't matter. You don't know the UK, you think Lancashire is in Yorkshire. It is! It's big grim up north. And all that. Frightening Project, come camping with me, Sean, Ryan and Jason, and laugh yourself to death. I'm not sure I want to be in a tent with Jason. He just strikes me as the type of guy that would silently guff. And have me choking on it, the fart. Crow Judas, thank you for that 149. I appreciate you, Mr. Blah, 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 blah. Hot dog guzzling pervert. But you know, didn't know the UK off the European continent when they left the European Union? There's water in between us. Loads of it. That's like saying Canada is in America. The Canadians will be pissed. The Americans will be pissed. So there you go. I think. Girly Twirly, thank you for the membership and bailing me out of that argument. Didn't O'Keefe set Derek up? Yes. Yes. And some people, because Derek is deceased, are like, it was wrong to do that. And it's like, well, it's no different to what I do. I'm in full support of calling out fake psychics. Even if they're only playing up for a show. It ruins your credibility, so there's that. Thanks for your video on the boys. A lot of people have told me to rewatch their new stuff because they hey look, my alert's already broke. To watch the new stuff because they're not as bad. I'd rather not. The Dark One, thank you for another 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. But Canada is in America, the continent. Shit. Oh, look at you! With your fucking common sense and shit. Fucking banned. You don't blame you, Jason will get the... I got a tent. I've got a tent. Even in Beardo, been walking the dogs, if I missed anything, how the pile? You see this shit? Currently in Canada, can confirm, calling us American seriously pisses us off. You see that? It's like calling me English. It's like, no, I'm fucking not. I'm Welsh. I've got Welsh blood flowing through my veins. I just don't speak the language, okay? In Canada, American means from the United States. No, the boys are as bad. It was the new content I was watching. Yeah, I got no desire to rewatch them again other than to roast them. But on account that it's not real. I don't think anyone's mistaken them for real, and I've already done a Paranormal Sins. I don't think I need to go near them again. Can I get a Corvette, please, Beardo? Yes, you can, Calamity. And that video did really, really badly. Clearly, people don't like the boys.
Yes, we all know Mary likes it. Copy me. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, Carl. What was that?
How could nukes be not as bad? Surely the dude has run out of decent content. I get it. There's not enough content out there for the top 5 channels, and they've got to keep pumping the content out, but surely they're looking at those clips and they're going, this is bollocks. I can't put this out. Nuke has started adding funny clips to the end of his that I quite enjoy. More alcohol than Welsh blood. Today, maybe. Maybe today. Let's all give some love to Wales, guys, for Beardo. You tell him, Hoovian. Luke. It's almost as funny as Nuke's top 5 saying Cardiff was in England. Mr. Grey went fucking nuts. Like, the Canadians not wanting to be called American. I understand it, because it happens with Wales and England. And a lot of people, for some reason, think that Wales is part of Scotland as well. And it's like, there's England in between us, you know? Nuke's new format is actually funny. I've watched a few. Please do Really Haunted debunks again. I'm going to do some. He stepped up his game. And because I've left him alone, he started using masking again. When I kept pulling him apart for masking, he stopped doing it and he was doing other things instead. Now I've left him alone. He's brought the masking back in. But he's shit at it. Can you get a rawr, Leslie? Yes, you can. Rawr. Rawr. The Welsh are just plastic scousers. Listen, Phil, love you like a brother, but you're banned. You're from Dorset, you hate being called Somerset or Cornish. Fair. Beardo was at the grocery store and had to get some of those caramel Tim Tams. They're delicious. They're fantastic. I haven't had one yet. I should have had one yesterday on my cheat day. Now I got to wait for the next cheat day, which is going to be like a month, I think. Nuke's latest at a genuinely scary clip. Woodsman and 2 kids caught up in a freak story. Sometimes he posts stuff I don't like. Like the stories are a bit like, oh, I wouldn't. Nah, you should have stayed away from that. Really Haunted is still going. Can I get a Negan? Yes, you can.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
I may have missed it, but did you look at Ghost Series full apparition of an old woman? I've not made a video on it because I'll just get accused of drama farming and all that shit. Do I think they caught a full-bodied apparition? No. What do I think they caught? A woman. A woman. The telltale is, they say, we can hear her footsteps and we can hear her talking, like she's talking to someone. But she's illuminated from in front of her. Now, what could illuminate? Because they capture on camera and you see the silhouette of her, but she does seem to be slightly lit up from the front. What could possibly light you up from the front when you're talking? Oh, A mobile phone screen. A mobile phone screen. I think that's what that is. But then I have other questions, and those other questions are not a debunk, and then I'll get called out for that. And those other questions would be, for the two cockiest guys on the platform, for the two guys that are not scared of anyone, why did they hide from an old woman? Just call me suspicious. And then a week later, they get a ghost throw a spring at them. A spring. Full body apparition 1 week, next week, poltergeist activity. Fantastic. There was nobody in the room. They proved there was nobody in that room. They panned. They've got 3 cameras. All the shots track. There's no silliness. And then they turn into the room. There's nothing there. And people are losing their minds. Real paranormal activity. And I'm like, except that it's a spring. Because what do springs do? They spring. So if somebody, maybe not them, was to stretch that spring out and just wait in the corridor, ping. Not a debunk, but, you know, if it had been a brick, I'd have been like, what the fuck? That's pretty cool, but it's a spring. So that'll be the first close encounter ghost theory I've had. I'm not reading that out because it'll get clipped, alright? It struck me as odd that those pair who will confront anybody and give them shit hid. I just didn't understand it. But yes, absolutely. Stretch a spring out, use a little bit of tape, because you know that bad boy's gonna spring. But you know, what was your first concert? It was Metallica. Metallica and Corrosion of Conformity in Cardiff. I was trying to get Ryan banned. Ryan! Your appendix was shit. Sorry, that's all I had. Guthalot Waffles, welcome in. Could even break off an object without human help? Absolutely it could. I pray you don't. I'm Mythos trying to troll you. What? Big Max Golf, hello. Have you played with Griff yet? Can I get a dude bro, please? Yes, you can.
Dude, bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
Lula Moon, hello to you. Can we ban my post-surgery pain? Dear, your surgery pain is banned. Well, they were shit. They exploded. Ah, springs. Remember learning all about springs in the Springy in Mystery Science Theatre. I'm just lurking, not in a weird way, though. I just like to watch. I mean, nobody's weird for lurking until you say I'm just watching. It's not weird. Lurk away. Hello, I'm from Georgia. Rawr. 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 Yes, I have seen Slayer live numerous times. I also bought tickets to the last ever UK tour. Bought the t-shirts. Spent a lot of money. Now they're fucking doing it again. Hello, Beardo from British Columbia, Canada. Hello to you, Spider Queen. See, my fucking TikTok. When you use the lav, you check your TikTok because that's the only place to watch it. Scroll, swipe, shit, swipe, swipe, swipe. I saw this video. It was like jump scaring. Came in a fucking tarantula. Dived at a... Oh, fuck me. Good job I was on the toilet. I'm not that bad with spiders anymore, but holy shit, when a tarantula jumps with his fangs out. Fucking brown pants time. No thank you. And then I also brown pants the other day. I was helping Mrs. Geek out the back. And I saw a spider crawling along the wall towards her. And I was like, I better get that because if she sees it, she's going to freak. I'm not a fan of them, but I'm not particularly scared of them either. So I grabbed this spider and threw it. And she said, what was that? I was like, it was a spider. It's all right. I've got rid of it. And I assumed that when I did this, the thing had gone. When it crawled around there on me, I did the following. Get it off, get it off. And then did this. Hey, Beta, will you join Purple in a game one night, please? I mean, if you play something I like, yeah. I'm always up for gaming with Purple. I petted a tarantula to get over my fear. Didn't work. I mean, I remember my parents trying to do that with me in a zoo. And it's like, oh, there's a tarantula, put on your hand. Just don't agitate it, because if it shoots its fur, the fur is sharp and it'll hurt. It's like, take it back, take it back, take it back. Join Beta's Facebook page and enjoy all the shenanigans. Just click this link. Right, let's replace that then. Thank you, Jolene. I appreciate you. I had a Malaysian tarantula glass container. Its fangs are 1/2 inch long. Nah, fuck that. Spiders, no problem. See, snakes don't bother me at all. I'm actually really comfortable around snakes. Wasps and bees terrify me. I'm far worse with wasps and bees. Did a 12-hour investigation last night in the old Nick Theatre. Fair play. 12 hours. You scared of werewolves? Not a problem. They're not real. Unless you're haunted finders. Pair of dickheads. I'm out on the moors this week looking for a fucking dog man. Oh. If I cover that, he'd be sat in his car. Fuck this shit. I've had enough. I've had enough. Why can't people take me serious? Because Dog Soldiers was a movie, you thick fucker. Oh my god, looking for Dogman on the moors. Really? The UK ain't that big. If there was some sort of giant cryptid ripping people apart on the moors, we'd fucking know about it. Oh. Oh. I love snakes and other animals, just don't like spiders or wasps. Wasps and bees terrify me. And bees ain't that, you know, bees ain't assholes. Wasps are just dickheads. They're like, I'm gonna sting you. Whack! What the fuck would you do that for? Whack! Have another one, because we can sting more than once as well. Thanks. Fucking stripy little bastard. I hope you get a clap. Hello, Spider Queen again. Mate, I pissed myself so much watching Autumn Fight, especially when they ask the spirit talker if they're talking to Dogman. Yeah, because werewolves can manipulate ghost technology as well. Dog Soldiers is elite. Last night when our cats put a spider in their mouth, spat it out, the other cat put it in his mouth, spat it out, spider ran away. Useless, we've got a socky spider loose. Do you feel like a victim in your own home? Cats are dumb as fuck. My mother's cat brought a seagull home through the cat flap the other day. They couldn't quite get it in. My mother's opened the door. Like, what the fuck? The seagull was bigger than the cat. Scorpions. I'm glad we don't have scorpions in the UK. Scorpions look evil, don't they? So it's now Beardo. No, it's not. It's Beardo. Beerdoh. Cody Breeman, thank you for the $5. Here's my $5 late tax. It won't happen again. I should fucking think not. Used to have a mug with a fake spider in the bathroom. Love to serve it to the guests and watch them freak out. That is just nasty. I see, if I know somebody's got a phobia of spiders, I won't wind them up with them. It's just plain nasty. However, I did buy my daughter a little box that looks like a jewellery box. She was like, why have you bought me something? I was like, because you're a good kid. What are you up to? And then she opened it, and then ping, a middle finger pops out. Take that, clean your room. We teamed up with GDH to do an event. GDH are cool. Stick to T-roads, not graveyards. Spider Queen, I'm a little bit hungover, but you guys are getting me through it, making me feel cool. You had 3 pet tarantulas, F that. Tolerate spiders, don't kill them. I'll catch them in the glass, slide a bit of card, and out they go. I try not to kill anything, except a wasp. Fuck them little pricks. I hate them. I won't kill a bee, because bees are good for stuff. Wasps are just... They're like the proving demons of the bee world, aren't they? They're just there and being dickheads for no fucking reason, other than to be angry at everybody for some stuff they've done. That's another 6 Instagram reels from him, slating me, threatening me, and then that whatever he's with now, having a pop as well. Nobody knows who the fuck you are, lady. Chill your tits. Why is there no Australian Spider-Man? He didn't survive the bite. Fair comment. Beardo, can you ban yourself? Shoot! Shoot! Laurie, thank you for the $49.99 United States dollars. Thank you very, very much. I'm doing much better now. $49.99 kind of helps with the hangover, you know? I've got a feeling there's a sneezing fit coming. I'm so sorry if it happens. There are wild scorpions around Sheppey, Kent. Really? Wow. No, Megan, I will do hot legs if I see when I'm gone. Can't stand spiders. Make them in a bed as a kid when I laid down. Spider went across my shoulder. I'm starving. What's for lunch? I am trying to, what do you call it? Flush my system out after alcohol and bread and shit. Yeah, I feel not even hungover, just dirty and bloated and so I'm just on water and black coffee for the rest of the day. Got a couple of false widows in Nessa and the gut ring. Luckily I got a jet wash to clean my gutters. Your unofficial pet spider in your last flat, Harry the hairy bastard, might as well have been a tarantula. Left him to it, he's too big to piss off and leave with a vendetta. It's like when you try to catch a spider and it disappears on the site. You're like, yep, now I'm a victim in my own home. Red ants are bastards. The ones we get in the UK are shit. They don't do anything. Stacey Summers, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Have yourself a good evening. And next month we got spiders the size of trucks. No, you haven't. Congrats on your son on his promotion. That can't be for me. If my son had a promotion, I'm sure I'd know before you. Yes, Granny Dumpling. Yes, I did. Very nice. Beans and cheese. Fire ants are the devil. Yeah, we don't get decent ones in the UK. You look at a wasp in the United States, it's like a small fucking bird. In the UK, they're like this big and angry looking. Very different. I don't mention slugs to Mr. Grey. Yeah, he's not a fan, is he? When you pick up a small spider, they bite you, you can't feel it. Picked up a huge one, definitely felt the bite. Take spiders over clowns. I mean, I sat with the boys last week. There's a group of fucking clowns. That's, I hate wasps. Sting when I was 5, waiting for ice cream. Yep. My first ever wasp sting, I was climbing a tree. And I moved my hand and there was a wasp on my finger there. He had me. Fucking terrified me as well. And it bastard hurts. And the last time I got stung, but when it got inside my t-shirt at Oakwood Park, queuing for a roller coaster, stabbed the shit out of me. And I was shouting at my brother-in-law because I thought he burnt me with a cigarette. Adorn me, Beardo? Yes, Mr. Wakefield, I shall.
Oh, fuck off! Adorn me, Beardo! Fucking A! It's perfect!
Legally Blind Guy, please pass on well wishes to your wife. I hope she gets better soon. Beardo, have you seen the TV show Kings of Pain? I have not. I have not. Anna Connor, Mrs. Bob the Beard, hello, welcome in. Don't be worried. Don't worry about being late. I got stung by red ants the other day. Google yellow jacket wasps. Yeah, I've seen them. They look nasty as shit. Shays B, hello to you. How you doing? Took a piss in a bush as a child. I'll leave you imagine where I got stung. Oh. Evening, Sam Edwards. See, I got a mate. We call him Pricey, and he's a bit of a dick. Bit of a dick. I mean, you know, he's a year older than me, so he's calmed down a bit now. But we used to have bow and arrows. Like, we made them, and then when they weren't good enough, we actually bought proper bows. We go over the field and we put targets on trees and stuff. That bastard waited until a load of us walked under a wasp nest and he shot through the wasp nest. And he stood there getting stung to shit, laughing at all of us getting stung as well. Asshole. I haven't seen anything new of Black Mirror. Is it good? Hello, Diane Johnston. Late as well. Bloody hell. Oh, we get Hornets in the UK. They big bastards. Can you ban me just so I can see that again? And then unban me? Johnny Paranormal, you're banned. I believe for a wasp sting, it's vinegar you're supposed to put on there. Alkaline for a bee sting and acid for a wasp sting. I can't remember, but if you put vinegar on the wrong sting, it'll hurt more. With Hornet's Nest in the garden last year. Oh, no. That doesn't surprise me at all. Sam, it's probably not the Pricey you're thinking of. It was Matthew Price. You'll know him because he used to hang around college, even though he was never in there. Beardo knows a lot of mad. I grew up in the valleys. We were all dirt poor, living in the valleys with nothing else better to do, so we did stupid shit. Stupid shit. Yes, you can have a Negan.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
I mean, with the bows and arrows, we were that stupid that we laid down in a field, put our feet in the bows, yanked back with everything we had, and then fired the arrows straight up to see how high they would go. And then waited for the inevitable death. What the fuck? Just stupid shit we used to do. One of our mates lost the tip of his finger because we rolled a giant concrete tube down a banking and tried to wait until the last second for him to get out of the way, but we left it a little too long. And the same guy got impaled through his hand there and out to the back of his hand there, climbing a fence to get a football back. Horsefly bites are worse than what? Nah, horseflies sting, but nowhere near as bad. You were thinking of the other one, who was just as much of a dick, if we're right. Go sis, you're banned. The days when kids played outside until streetlights come. Oh yeah, of course it is. Like my brother and sister-in-law telling me about my nephew. They were like, yeah, he was playing in the forest the other day and he had a fire. He lit a fire. And everyone else is like, oh, don't do silly things like that, Dan. And I'm like, if only he knew what his dad used to do. He did get the football back, but he had to get cut off the fence. Or they had to cut the fence out of his hand or so. I remember running for the phone box. Some of you will remember those. But to run to a phone box and ring 999 because he's literally hanging. It was for an electrical junction box. Or power, like a small power station for the valley. And it was one of those steel strips with the 3 prongs on the end of it. In there, out there, and he's just hanging there like, boys, get an ambulance, will you? Like, holy shit. That's wild. If we had camera phones, we'd probably have taken a photo of him before we called for any help. But I think when I came back from the phone box, because it was like 2 miles away, he was already down. I can't remember if they'd snapped it off and then he had to have it cut out of his hand, or if he got cut off there. I can't really remember. Never wished you a happy birthday. Horsefly bites hurt as they bite. Yeah, they itch like something else. Don't know what else. That guy that lost the tip of his finger and got impaled through his hand, he's still in the Marines. He must be like office staff or something now. He was like the bad boy of our group, where everyone was like, if somebody's going to go to prison, it'll be him. And he got to like 16, 17, and he was a proper troublemaker. And then he was like, I'm going to sort my life out. I'm going to join the Marines. And we all laughed at him. And then for months, he was running with a backpack with weights in it, and we'd all be messing about because he was 2 or 3 years older than us. And he was like, I'm going in the Marines, I'm going in the Marines. And he kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we were like, fair play to him. And he spent all of his life in the Marines. I'm sure I got on my Facebook, but fair play to him. For the guy that was always in trouble out of our lot. When I fell off a substation onto a concrete path, all I remember is going to hospital. Yeah, concrete does that. That's usually where they go, prison or military. Yeah, he was the guy where our parents would be, will you stop hanging around with him? Like, can't you be more like? And then we had a mate that was a good boy. His name was, we used to call him Norman. And none of us know why we call him Norman, but his name was Norman. His name was Stephen, but we called him Norman. He's still called Norman now. Why can't you be more like him? You know, he's a nice boy, and we like him. He come from a rich family, didn't he? Owns his own house. And by the time we all got to 16, 17, all our parents were like, why can't you be more like him and join the army? Read of a local guy who had left his finger on a fence and went home, didn't realise he lost a finger until the next morning. Jesus Christ. How do you not know? Drunk, right? Gotta be drunk. I scratched my armpit and got stung under the arm, got stuck on the end of a finger, shake it off, killed it. Now I run away from wasps. Emma Rose? I respect that decision. Spaghetti alla paranormale. How are we doing, my friend? I hope you are well. If you guys are not watching Spaghetti Paranormale, he's a debunker as well. Check him out. Antoinette, hello to you. Did I just burp really loud? Or, like, an internal one? Did you... you fucking, if you didn't hear it, you know I burped now. Had to be drunk. My brother was a rascal, and I wonder if his kids know how strict his dad is. I mean... yeah, it's... I was kind of different with our kids, because I did the whole, you can do what you like, but don't ever lie to me about it, because no matter what you've done, or how bad you think you've done it, I did it worse, and I will find out. And most of the time, I did. But me and Mrs. Geek were talking about growing up. I grew up, my circle of friends, our mums were friends. You know, it's a small village in the valleys. So if you messed up, your mum's mate, you heard it. Your mum's mate wouldn't be afraid to give you a slap, but you wouldn't tell your mum that your mate's mum slapped you, because you get another one. But my mate got caught smoking. Sparky Gamer that comes in the chat. He got caught smoking. Well, his mum thought she'd caught him smoking, but what she'd actually done was found my cigarettes in his jacket pocket. And while she's berating him and giving him a couple of clips, and you know how bad that is for your health, because she was a nurse, I'm behind her and I'm doing this at him. Bear in mind, we're 12 or 13. Thought we were hard as nails for smoking. And I'm doing this. And then laughing because she's berating him. And the eyes in the back of that woman's head were incredible. Because not only did she see it through the back of her head, but she literally spun 180 degrees, cracked me right across the face, and then threw me out of the house. I was like, you hit me. She's like, go and tell your mum. Fuck no. I got home. Who's hit you? Oh, Chris's mum. Why? So I told her. I didn't tell her the whole story. I didn't say they were my cigarettes. Like, Chris got caught smoking. I laughed. She hit me. And then my mother, whack! Don't you disrespect his mum. Fucking hell. I had it twice as bad as he did. You all realise it's Beardo's fault, you guys. All stung by wasps and bees. Nah. Have any of us ever really grown up? I haven't fired an arrow up into the air to see who dies first. I haven't done that since the first time. I haven't set fire to anything randomly to... Nah. But I'm still a child. Driving on the M6, a wasp in the car through the window, stung my neck. Oh. See, Mrs. Geek nearly crashed because a spider was inside the car and it dropped down while she was... She's a complete arachnophobe. It's always how it was in the 90s for us when our parents don't give a shit. Their kids, killing kids. Yeah. I mean, we did stupid shit, but we never hurt any... We hurt each other. We're always fighting amongst ourselves and stuff, but it was never, you know, anything too nasty. Still not decided what I'm going to be when I grow up. Answers on a postcard, because every plan I had when I grew up never panned out. And now look at me. I get paid to play video games. It's fucking great. My mother, you're such a shit talker. You'll never grow to anything if you don't curb that mouth of yours. I wonder where I get it from, Mum. Look at me now. I get paid for being a mouthy prick. What do you know, Mum? There were no smokes. You deserved it twice as bad. Hey, I'll say this. This is how you know who your good friends are. And he is still one of my best friends. He didn't grass me up. Even with his mum. Fucking leathering him. Not one point did he go, there is. He never did it. Never did it. Still my friend to this day. Most of the boys I grew up with in the valley are still my mates to this day. Sometimes I forget that I'm a grown-up when I'm arguing with a 5-year-old. You should hear me, my nephew, arguing. I normally get told off before he does. I swear if he bongo bellies me again, I'm going back to my rugby days and I'm going to see how far I can kick him. Little shit. When you got no money as a kid, you come up with some wild stuff to do and have fun. Oh, yeah, different times now. Yeah, I mean, we all made gambos, like your own homemade go-kart with pram wheels that you stole from somebody's rubbish bin. Wood, string for a steering wheel, or rope for a steering wheel. Find the steepest hill you could find and race down it. And if somebody got run over, laugh. Somebody fell off and skinned their elbows, knees and chin, laugh. It's great fun. That's why my knees are so scarred up. Got caught smoking at school. I got the cane. Oh, I'm glad we missed the cane in school. I just missed the cane. Thank fuck. Did you play hopscotch when you were in Itba? We were more likely to buy aerosol cans, light a small fire, and then not tell anyone that we'd either bought or stolen aerosol cans from the house, and put the aerosol can in the fire, and just wait, because then you'll start hearing that ting, 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 ting. Boom! Always fun. Loads of fun. And then I discovered that if you did it with athlete's foot powder, it blows up and all of the athlete's foot powder catches fire and you get a big white ring on the floor. So we did that as well. And it escalated to a point where somebody used a Cala gas bottle off a caravan. It blew up. It shook the entire estate. The police and the fire service everywhere. And, yeah. We were all too scared to open our door for the next 12 hours in case it was the police looking for us. Do you ever play knuckle slaps or playing cards? Yes. If you're at a school trip especially, you know, you do the school trips to a museum, get your knuckles on the back of the seat of the bus and whack! Yep. Mr. Kane had to have a blackboard rubber thrown. Yeah, had a few of them thrown at me. Bet you were like that ginger kid in Pontypandy. No. I wasn't the arsonist. My mate Mad Monk was the arsonist. He's now called Sparky Gamer, and he's a very respectable man in his adult life. But as a child, he was a terrorist. Cody Brayman, thank you for the $5. My friends and I just did shopping cart jousting. Great times. I miss those guys. We got away with a lot. Yeah, we did that. Yeah. We just did really stupid shit over and over. Thank you for the $5. We just... you do something until somebody got really hurt. You'd be like, we better not do that anymore. Shit. Beardo is still wanted. Tried it with WD-40, loads of fireballs. The Cala gas bottle, it was one of our group, but he was kind of one of those outsiders. But we had this massive... We had these fires, but we were well away from the estate. We were out of sight of everyone. Farmers just... Where we grew up, there was a massive drug problem. So people turned blind eyes to us. They were like, they're just setting fire to shit on the waste ground. Ignore them. They're not into drugs and all the rest of it. But the Cala gas bottle, that changed our lives. Because it didn't go up. We thought it'd be like an aerosol can, but bigger. And that's not what happened. There was like this giant jet stream of fire, this massive explosion, and then big chunks of really hot metal landing everywhere around us. We shit ourselves. And you could just see all the lights going on in the estate while we're running away from you like, we're fucked. We're fucked. Knock knock ginger. Yeah. We used to do something called gnoming as well. We'd knock somebody's door and one of you would just stand there with a stick in your hood up and pretend to be a gnome until the owner of said house would either chase you off or slap you silly. Friends group taught ourselves trying to bounce fireworks into the sewer line below the street. We used to use sewage tubes, the plastic waste tubes. We'd put a block of wood on the end of it, and we'd fire rocket fireworks at each other. We were a bit nuts, you know. So, Beto, you jumped off OBS. I haven't jumped off OBS. I haven't finished Silent Hill. I mean, I've got that down there. I had loads I was doing today, but the hangover wouldn't allow me. Dodgeball? Dodgeball's amateurish, you know? Me and my brother were leaking home once because we accidentally damaged a neighbour's car. Couldn't tell truth, so made up. Some bloke tried to get us into a car. Police called, made the local news. I mean, I think everyone knows the story of me and my mate telling our parents we'd found a body. We were like 7 or 8. And we knew we were late and we were in trouble. So we found a sheep's skull. We pulled the teeth and took the teeth home. And we're like, look, we found a body. That's why we late home. Clearly our parents weren't stupid. We got a leather in for that. Dangerous rope swings? Yes. Gnoming, and you ridiculed my gnome guest. See, we didn't do like the bangers and stuff through letterboxes in case it set fire to something. We messed with each other more, although there was the we used to tie cotton to people's door knockers, and we'd run across the road, and then we'd knock the door with a string. Then we had the idea that we could actually tie around a lamppost and just wait for a car to come, and then the car would do the knocking for us. And then my mate's like, my mum's kicked off because we've got no cotton. Her sewing kit's been ransacked and she's going to kill us all. Like, shit. But I got my dad's fishing line. We didn't know anything about fishing line. There's this big lion's head on this lady's door. Tied the fishing line to it. Run across the road, tied the other end to a lamppost, and we just stood there waiting for a car to come, not realising this fishing wire was for sea fishing. And then we just hear we see the car coming, and then there's this almighty bang of the fishing line getting hit, and the door knocker flying at us. It ripped the door knocker out of the door. It damaged the door, it damaged the car, and this thing flew past us. We're all running like, holy shit! And then you laugh. Did you ever play British Bulldogs or Welsh? We just used to call it Bulldogs until school banned it. It actually got banned when I was in school. Beto, you and your friends doing jackass pranks? Pretty much. I mean, you couldn't go to a house party when we were sort of younger teenagers without somebody getting their eyebrows shaved off. First, fall asleep. Go to college the next day with your eyebrows missing. Sliding down hills in wheelie bins. Yeah, I never did that because they smell. The floor is lava. Yeah, we used to do that. Regards to playing statues. A truck was coming. I'm not moving. My mum had to come and move. Oh, fucking hell. I fell out of my neighbour's tree like Tarzan and fell onto an L shape. Oh, it came out of the kitchen, went in the back of my leg. I had a similar injury like that on the side of my right leg. That you could see the rip in my leg where it was barbed wire for me. Fell out of a tree and barbed wire ripped my leg open. And this is why Jackass is a show. That was banned. Also Sleeping Lions because somebody broke the leg. There's always some pussy gonna cry they got hurt. It was great. It was character building. I hated Bulldogs. I was too small. Sassy Fantasy, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. If you pass out drunk, you're asking for trouble. Oh, we used to wait for it. The other thing we used to do, clipper lighters, the spring and the flint. We'd put the flint inside the spring, and we'd heat it up, and then we'd throw it at people. Because those things pop when they heat it up and they're thrown. Knobheads. Went to a house party. The lovely lady, or the lovely girl, whose mum let us have a party in her house, was so pissed at the scorch marks on the carpet and the kitchen linel floor. I didn't live at home then. I got away with it. You did it in a new wheelie bin. Fair enough. Floor of Lava was fun when a mate shouted it. When I was getting questioned by the police before he jumped onto the car. think stuff like floor is lava. We would do that stuff in the pub up until about 10 years ago. I mean, I got to meet Mike, Sam in the chat. Well, she knows him very, very well. And he would just shout the floor is lava, and we'd all jump up on the table, and then bouncers throw us out. We'd be laughing our asses off. So I have a positive attitude in life because of stupid things as a kid and a teen. Absolutely. Do you know what? Some of the stuff I did, we're lucky none of us died. Really lucky that none of us died. But I had the time of my life. School, I hated school. Hated school. But after school, those couple of hours before it got dark, I loved that time of my life. Fantastic. When we all got into skateboarding and rollerblading, and like we'd find the steepest hill we could find and then bounce off. There were roller shutters at the bottom of it for a garage, and we'd bounce off that until we got chased out. Just really stupid shit, but it made childhood so much fun. And you go home and your parents would be like, what have you done to your new clothes? Like, oh, that's oil, that's blood. By the way, I need a plastic for that. You'd rip yourself to shreds. Do you ever play Kill Ball? I don't think so. When am I going to Edinburgh Vaults? There's a lot of moving parts to that because I don't want to do it as a ghost tour. And there's 3 different teams trying to work together to get it done, so I don't know yet. Tesco trolleys were the best for getting drunk, taking drunk friends homes. My brother taught me to jump off the roof, then we would practice circus routines until he didn't grab me quick enough and I flew across the room and cracked the plaster wall. It was my poor little brother. I was horrible to him. He'd climb shit and I'd push him off. I broke his collarbone when he was quite young. Juggalo, thank you for the membership. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Mistress Kaylee, thank you for the £5. Well, Windows now boarded up after being bricked by a 7-year-old. Nothing like relaxing sun. Jesus Christ. More people need to be issued birth control. While I'm just sat here telling these horrific stories of me and my mates being fucking assholes when we were kids. Conkers. I hated conkers. Smashing the knuckles all the time. For anyone who's interested, Kieran Keefe is live at 9 tonight again. Ah, cool. Well, I'll be off at 8, and I'll be sending everyone over to Ghosts on Trent, because I haven't seen this episode, but I'm aware of this episode, and it'll be a good one. Show what can happen with a positive attitude. Welcome to the man that is Beardo. The time I broke bones was car accidents. I was forever breaking stuff when I was a kid. All of us. We were relentlessly stupid, but it was fun. Nate Walker, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Family doing well. And Doc Martins were the things taking turns jumping on second floor windows. See, we didn't do that. We took turns and kicking each other in the shins to see who could take the hardest kick. We were also fans. You know, we had the big sports bags when we were kids in school. Sliding up the corridor as fast as you can. People bowling. And when we got a bit older, we go to the pub and we did a thing that we used to call Popey bowling. Because my mate Popey was really awkward around women. And he was a bit smaller than me. And then somebody would shout strike, and I would grab the back of his shirt, I would swing him, and I would launch him into a group of girls. He'd knock all the drinks over and stuff. And the idea behind it was, at some point, somebody's going to talk to him and not slap him, and he'll just get better around women. And it didn't work. Weird. And then, about 4 years, maybe 5 years ago, he married one of the women we did that to him with. I'm a good friend. My mate married because of me. He's got kids and everything. Because I kept throwing him at people. Poor bastard. Toy clackers on a string. There's so many toys are banned from when we were kids, right? I fractured my tibia. Jesus. We used to kick the shit out of each other. And if we'd watched WWE before we'd all met up, God help. Because we would kick the shit out of each other and then suplex. We used to play chicken with the train. Oh, see, luckily there was no train tracks near us. Because somebody would have died. People bowling, you remember that? Yeah, you'd have those big, massive sports bags. Head was the brand. You had the zip-off compartment at the end. You'd fill those bad boys with books, launch it up the corridor, and then now and again you'd walk into a corridor, you'd see boys lined up by the side, and you were like, ah, shit, because it was the gauntlet. And they would punch and kick the shit out of you as you tried to make your way through. And if you hit the floor, log out. Andrew Hills, thank you for the 3 months. Best player name I've ever seen on COD is I Killed Supergran. There's been some funny names on COD, but none of them I can repeat. Like from Spaghetti the Wall to see if he'll stick. Skydancers went neat, they banned them. Yeah, there was... I don't think they were out when I was a kid, but I've got a Superman one over there. Such a child. Absolutely screaming all these stories. I mean, my mates were on the estate. I lived just outside of the estate. And to one side, there was another estate, and it was rough as fuck. You couldn't go in there if you didn't live on that estate, because you get beaten up. And the other side, there was just white grass fields for miles, and then a massive mountain. And that was our domain. You do wonder how the generation survived all the shit we went through. I mean, generations before us went to war when they were 15. I consider myself very, very lucky to have lived in that gap between where you weren't allowed to have a childhood because it was wartime and having the best childhood because your parents wanted you to go out and fucking hurt yourselves because it was part of growing up. Possum Pete is still about. He's fucking shedding, though. So the Possum Pete thing with him dancing, I'm thinking of putting that in as one of the clips. Put it on the April. Re-record it a bit better. We used to, but also to scrap the train tracks. Yeah, I had an uncle that lived near the city, and he got in trouble for putting stuff on the train tracks because there was a rumour if you put a stone on a train track, the train would come off. So of course everyone used to do it. Of course it didn't work, but they tried it. Oh, you've been tangoed and getting a slap across the face. That fucking advert had a lot to answer for when I was a kid. Are we renaming him? I don't know whether to keep him as Possum Pete and to keep the music thing with him. My name is Possum Pete. Cheek, cheeky boom, cheek, cheeky boom. Come home when the street lights are on. Yeah. And if you were late, fucking look out. And grounded. When I was a kid, if you were grounded for 2 weeks, you were grounded for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, I'm not allowed out. I'll put on the Mega Drive. You'd pick the control pad up, you'd drop the cartridge in. And your mum, no, grounded. Go outside and pick up dog shit. Right, I've done the dog shit. Right, what are you going to do now? I don't know, I'm bored. You should have thought of that before you got grounded. Go and wash your dad's car. But you couldn't do that because you'd get a fucking wallop for it. My mum used to make me come back down the stairs, give me a tap on the ass and be like, you stomped up them then. Now walk back up them properly or you'll have another one. Fuck, I can't win you. And no matter how deaf your dad was, my dad deaf because of his jobs and motorbikes and music and stuff. Deaf as a post. He'd give you a bollock and you'd get a finger of doom into the chest. He'd poke you with it. You'd be like, that's fucking hurting. You'd walk out to the room. You'd go up the stairs. You'd look around to make sure the coast was clear. Prick. I heard that. Get down here. Fuck. Was hell in Wales schools. Schools were rough as fuck when I was a kid. Atrix Blue, thank you for the $9.99. One word that describes the Rotterburn Estates, Gurnot. Gurnos was next. See, there were 3 places in Wales that were famous. The Gurnos, Penrhys, and where I grew up. The 3 of them were famous for violence, drugs, and all the rest. It was only one estate where I lived. The rest of the village was very nice. Still very nice. But that estate was so out of control. They kicked everybody out and bulldozed the entire thing. Because it was that dangerous. And the heroin. The kids I was in school with. Their older brothers and stuff dying of drugs and shit. Horrible, horrible. But we made our own fun. I never ever slam your bedroom door. Fuck no. Roll your eyes. Nothing. And then everyone's mum was kind of psychotic as well. You walk out the kitchen, like with the stupid shorts your mum would make you wear that you didn't want to wear because your mates would take the piss out. You're skipping into the kitchen because you could smell food. Hey, mum, what's for tea? Shit with sugar on it! Fucking hell, only asked. What are you crying for? I had a row off dad. Whack! I'll give you another one. Something to cry for. I'm calling social services. And my dad, give me the phone. Go on then. No. Geez, Beardo, you just reeled off my childhood. It's how we grew up in the 80s. Well, I was born in the early 80s, so don't talk back. Nah. So my parents were very, very strict. My grandparents were the complete opposite. They let me get away with murder. My grandfather only ever twice. Once for cheeking my nan, and the other one, he told me not to pick my cousin up. I picked my cousin up and I dropped her, and he cracked me across the face for it. And then my nan cracked him across the face for hitting me and making me cry. Ghost on Trent, how are you doing? I'm looking forward to your video this evening. We are sending everyone over. I would say I'm calling the police. My dad took me to the police station, me and my brother. Somebody stole money from the house. It was me. Or I wouldn't admit to it, because I didn't want to admit to my parents that I stole that money to buy cigarettes. The same cigarettes that got my mate beating off his mum. And my dad noticed that £1.27 had gone out of his savings box. He noticed it. And I wouldn't admit to it. Like hell would I admit to it, because I knew he was going to ask what I wanted the money for, and I weren't admitting to that shit. And I came home from school the next day thinking he was going to have forgotten about it. Me and my brother back at the car, down to the local police station. Get in. Oh shit. They put me and my brother in separate cells. And apparently the police knew exactly who did it, because my brother was sat in the bed kicking his legs, laughing and joking and reading all the graffiti on the cell wall. And I was doing the following. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. I'm going to prison. I genuinely thought I was going to prison for stealing £1.27 off my dad. Your mum used to chase her slippers and flip-flops. Yep. Now, my dad always threatened with the belt. Never did it, but you fucking feared that belt. And you respected your parents, your neighbours, the police. All the police knew us because it was such a small estate. The police didn't arrest us for stuff. They take you around the corner, give you a dig in the ribs, and be like, fucking behave. It worked. It works better than now. The police tell somebody something, and they're like, eh, fuck you, copper. I hid him when I was a kid for that. And it worked. Hoover pipe. I think my mum used a Hoover pipe on my brother. But my mum was relentlessly finding weapons around the house. A slipper became a weapon. Nail vanish. I remember a nail vanish pot bouncing off my head because I'd given her a bit of lip. And I was never that bad with my parents because, you know, they scared the shit out of me. Andreas, how you doing? The belt was the worst, and you got it one time, never acted up. Yeah, never had the belt. He'd do that thing where you'd turn it into a bow and then he'd snap it. You'd get that loud snap and he'd be like, really? Fucking scariest words I ever heard. I'm going to tell your dad. You knew you were fucked. You knew it. And then your dad would get home. You'd spent all day up and down on scaffolding, re-roofing houses and shit. He'd come in and then your mother would be like, guess what he's done? Just feel your guts fall out. Oh, I'm going to get it. And then when your dad kicked off, your mum would get upset. You grassed me up, bitch. Hard one to predict. The flying dog bone. Fear the dog bone. I never had a dog bone thrown at me. No, my parents never threw a wooden spoon at me either. Thanks, Chad. I mean, does it count if it wasn't a belt but a cricket bat? Jesus. I did have a big heavy torch that I put on top of the door. And I wound my brother up knowing he'd kicked my door open and it hit him on the head. That was the worst hiding I took off my dad. Because I'd knocked my brother out and my dad broke that torch. This thing was like that with a big orange strip down one side of it and it had loads of stuff on it. he disintegrated that thing across the back of my legs, my shoulder, my elbow when I was trying to defend myself. But, you know, when you've knocked your kid brother out... As a kid, I'm like, I'm phoning social services, I'm running away. As an adult, you're like, fucking hell, I'd have killed him. What would Billy think for 20 months, even in Beardo and all the weirdos out there? I was getting burnt with my mum's cigarettes, non-abusive by accident. My grandparents' house was... Both my grandparents smoked, my mum smoked, my two aunties smoked, and my uncle smoked. And then my nan would have her friends around, and they all smoked. And you'd be walking through the house like that. Fucking burn me to death. You know. I've got a cigarette burn on the side of my leg off my grandfather. Not on purpose, just walked into it. It was always happening. Dad came home drunk once, and he was smacked. Dad came in drunk once, he was smacked. She was smacked Dad in the head with an inflatable hammer. It pissed her off more than it would squeak. See, as strict as my parents were with me, they were very... I never saw my parents argue. I never saw my parents fight. My parents didn't drink. No alcohol, or if they did, we didn't know about it. My parents did the best they could, considering the fucking tearaway that I was. As a young kid, I wasn't too bad. As a teenager, I was fucking horrible. And then me and my brother never got on. Still don't. Can't stand each other. Don't break your legs and then run into me. Yep. A whack with a dog lead. I never had that. Siblings fight and the other one gets injured. Try not to cry. Instant best friends trying to hide out crimes. Yep. Video trying to meet a girl, getting knots brushed out, and if you... I had long hair. I had long hair. I had the knots ripped out of my skull. 4-year-old sat next to me and went... Someone just touched my back and disappeared. It was magic. She wasn't... I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. Beardo, I nearly missed you. You did. We're going to be ending it in the next 15 minutes. Yep, wipe that smile off your face. That was a good one. See, I thought my mum was just psychotic, and it turns out everyone's mum in the 80s was exactly the same. Exactly the same. But if anyone hit or hurt one of her kids for no goddamn reason, my parents would fight you. Knock the door, your son's been bullying my son, and what do you want me to do about it? Right, that's it. Bang. It was great fun. I would disconnect the cable in the basement so I could sneak out with my friends. I'd hear my mum say the cable's out, I'm going to bed. I'd stay with my friends till sunrise. I couldn't pull shit like that. My parents always knew. Always knew. I never got away with shit. I always got caught. I kept doing stupid stuff, but I never sneaked out. What we used to do, because my mate Pricey, his mum, would lie for us all. We'd all go camping, but I'd be like, I'm staying over Pricey's, and then my mum would ring his mum. She'd say, yeah, they're all staying here. Never did. None of us did. All over the field, setting fire to shit. It was the threat of the pool cue at the back of the sofa for me. Never happened, but it was there. The threat's enough. Threat's enough. In the 80s, everyone's mum was Lizzie Borden. I'll make you smile on the other side of your face. Yeah. Yeah. Wash your mouth out with soap. My mum actually did that. I didn't know that what I'd called my brother was a swear word until I got soap in my mouth. My mum really disliked the word twat when I was a kid. And she didn't want it coming out of her 8-year-old son's mouth. The 80s turned boys into men. The punishments we endured. I understand why certain laws and rules have changed, but you were respectful. You know? You had to be. For fear of the slipper. Had that happened to me many times as a kid. Mum was a Catholic school teacher. Brutal as she was, is amazing. Even my girls... Do you know what's really fucked up, though? If I tell my kids what my mum was like, they're like, no, she's not. Nanny's soft as shit. It's like, Nanny was fucking brutal. It was like living in Full Metal Jacket with her. She's fucking nuts. And your grandfather was even worse. Scared of him. You weren't scared of Bampy. Bampy's so nice and cuddly. It's like, Bampy was fucking horrible. He still is. You just don't see it. But my mum thought that word was cute and would sing it. I had to explain to her in the States. See, my grandmother gave one of my cousins a bit of an hiding over that word. But in Ireland, it's not a swear word. It's a term of endearment. One of my cousins had called another one a twat. My nan went nuts. That dad was always the threat for me. Your parents never hit you or anything. Consider yourself lucky. I got the belt and I got my head banging against the wall. Fucking hell. That's what my kids are with my parents. When you heard your full name yell out. See, I don't have to hide it anymore after getting doxed, you know, but everyone's like, why did you call yourself Dale? Well, in Wales, we all go by our middle name. My first name is actually Richard. If my grandmother, the only person that ever uttered it, said Richard, I was in the shit. Massively in the shit. Woo! Aaron Bamster always wear a bloody angelic mask when it comes to the... See, my grandmother's mask used to slip. Not with me. I was the favourite because I was the eldest. But you could see the brutality in my grandmother and my grandfather. I got away with murder. Crazy reason today, you can't even look at them wrong. Yeah, got a slap for telling my mum to stop gesticulating. She thought I swore. Petals was that crazy 80s mum. If your full name was said out loud, it means you're in trouble. Oh, yeah. My grandparents were amazing. But they getting on the wrong side of my grandparents after the stories my parents would tell. And it's like, they'd never have done that. But you fucking feared it. I know, obviously, my kids are a lot older, so it doesn't quite work the same. But I'm like, honestly, they were fucking awful to me. Give me the phone to call Childline. My grandparents never looked like grandparents either. My grandparents were quite young. My mum was quite young. So even my grandfather passed away, he never had white hair. He kept his dark hair, and he still had a full head. He had a bit of a widow's peak, but for a man of his age, he never ate. My grandmother, the last 2 years of her life, she started to look like a little old lady, but my grandfather just never looked old. I mean, he was tattooed from where the collar of your shirt to where your cuffs are, down to his ankles. He was covered. All really old stuff that he had done in Singapore. Absolutely covered in them. I remember Grandad gave me a cigarette at 16. He said, don't tell anyone you dropped me in it. I mean, I only admitted to my mother about 2 years ago that my grandparents used to give me cigarettes. I was about 16, 17, so legally I was old enough then. My son goes by his middle name too. When I call him Robert Patrick, he knows he's in trouble. So when you call him Robert Patrick, does his arm turn into a big metal spike? Like, Terminator 2. Cool Granny that plays Fortnite. I've seen that. Granny, is it? No, Grandpa Hacks, but there's the Granny I've watched as well. Evening, Beardo. Sorry I'm late. Hope you're good. Very good, thank you, Tammy. I was more close to my nan. Obviously, both my parents worked full-time, so I grew up in my grandparents' house for the majority of it. My dad didn't have much grey hair, and he lasted into his 80s. Oh, my dad was bald by the time he was 40. But my grandfather always had his natural... He didn't dye it. He had a very neat, trimmed moustache, and that was still brown. And there was me, fucking 19, white hair on the side of my head, like, this is your lot's fault for slapping me with slippers. That's 75, is picturing playing guitar with a little cigarette in his mouth, age 4. I'm pretty sure most of us 80s kids, there's a photo of us at some point at somebody's wedding with a pint glass and a cigarette, right? Pretty sure of it. I was a grandparent at 34 years old. I think my mum was 40 and my dad was 42. Your grandmother had a comb over. Oh, bless. I got caught vaping by my mum because in a sheltered housing they could watch on the CCTV cameras. Both parents died of cancer. That's sad. Ghosts cancer is what we must... It blows my mind. I mean, my grandfather was taken by it. I've had a friend taken by it. Mrs. Geeks had a friend taken by it. We've got a friend that's going through it. Just terrible, nasty, horrible illness. Why? I don't understand. There's been no advancements in it, really. I mean, there has, but my mum was requesting to be banned, Beardo. Hey, Cody's mum, you're banned. Yeah, Grandpa Hacks is he's out in Cheetahs as well. Supply teachers used to wind them up. That was a rite of passage as a kid, right? Supply teacher'd come in and the whole class would be like, let's make this bitch cry. Even if he was a man, let's make this bitch cry. Happened every time, I think. We used to get the candy cigs. Yeah, I mean, I used to go... My aunties would send me to the shop with a note and buy the cigarettes for them and just hand, like this on the counter, give them a note. My auntie saying, it's so-and-so from number whatever. 20 cigarettes, please. Let him keep the change. It's like, I can buy 3 bubble gums out of that. Good night from Australia. Thank you for the stories, Beardo. Good night to all. Good night to you in Australia, Kelly. I still got a photo of me when I was about 8 wearing someone else's cap that has I love bonking on it. Oh, dear. Can you imagine taking photos of your kid with a pint of bitter and your granddad's flat cap? Nowadays, it'd get social services called on you. I'm sure I remember reading about 4 or 5 years ago, somebody had social services called on them because they posted a photo on Facebook of the kids in the bath. I mean, little kids. And somebody called social services on them for putting that on Facebook. Like, what the fuck? World's gone nuts. Adored my nan, sweetest lady ever. She was Welsh, never spoke it, but understood every word and knew what other folk were saying about her. I do miss her. My great nan. I don't know if she spoke it, but she certainly seemed to understand it. Lovely little... She was old the entire time I knew her. Do you know the brand Fat Willies? Yes. My parents wouldn't allow me to wear Fat Willies when I was in school. My parents were weird. Like, everyone else wearing shell suits, I weren't allowed them. My grandmother had to buy me a shell suit, and then I get changed in her house to wear out, because my dad thought it made me look like, what did he used to call them? Townies. He didn't like townies. Or scroats. The really bad ones were scroats. Alright, let me just grab this Ghosts on Trent link. I can't wait for this one. I've discussed it with Paul. I think this is an important one because it shows the other side to the paranormal when you're doing abandons and stuff. It's a great outcome, so please go check that out. We'll send everyone over in about 5 minutes. To be fair, kids don't belong on the internet calling social services. Yeah, Auntie Kaylee, there was nothing on display. The side of the bath had everything covered. It was not... there was nothing on display. But yeah, I remember reading about it like the world's gone fucking mad. Because when you turned like 14, 15, you'd have a couple of your mates around and happy birthday to you. And then your nan would just pop up like, oh, look at his little Willie. Nan! What are you doing? This is him wearing his mother's shoes and bra. Nan! And then you'd look at your mate like, it's your birthday next. You're going to get fucking had as well. Good night. Thanks for the fun as always. Thank you, Jennifer Taylor. My mum told me it was okay to pee in the bath, but she didn't like it when she was in it. Gotta go, Beardo. Time for a Chinese and a movie night with the missus. Enjoy. Bristol Paranormal. No problem. Enjoy. Beardo, you would be proud. I've accidentally debunked in a live. People got mad at me. She's so excited that I saw it. Hey, let's go, Shannon. Let's go. What time are we? 52. We've got a couple of minutes left. Not a problem at all, Paul. No problem at all. They were the good old days. Yeah, I was told Chav meant council housed and violent. Yeah, Chav came after Townie, and Townie scroats, my dad used to call a lot of people. Look at them, scroats. Didn't know what it meant. And obviously teenagers like calling everyone bollocks. Beto, can I please get a tickle from my hubby Damien? He's always next to me when I'm watching. Absolutely, Damien. You tickle my balls.
Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls. Hot diggity, hot diggity, this kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Yeah, Cows, Loads and Violent was an acronym for chav. Scroats, like a scrotum. Yeah. Yes. Did you grow up in the Texas Chainsaw family? No. Grew up in the 80s. Close enough. Yes, you can have a dude, bro. Of course you can.
Dude, bro! Dude! Bro! Demons! Demons, bro! Murders! We've caught a ghost!
See, trendies were what we used to call the townies. We used to call them trendies in school because we all had long hair and... I mean, I had dreadlocks. Yeah, I was 16 when I first had dreadlocks. They were the trendies and we were the freaks because we had long hair and played guitar and listened to Marilyn Manson and shit. Prince 3 months again, Beardo, good discussions for a chilled Sunday. These things are cool, trendies. And if somebody had a pair of Adidas poppers on, they were cool. But if you had Nike poppers that came all the way off, you'd do it to your mates. And if you tandemed it properly, one would do the rip and the other one would pull the pants down, everything out on display, you go, ah, ha, ha, and then run off. Or you do it to mates, you didn't do it to strangers. Beardo, did you wear jeans halfway down your butt? Yes. I had the big baggy Bernie jeans in college. I mean, if Sam's still in the chat, Sam will remember me wearing a Slipknot boiler suit to college for weeks. I'd have shorts and stuff on under it, but I wore a boiler suit to college and I did music. And I had bright pink dreadlocks. And for a good while, only one eyebrow. Kicker school shoes. I had kicker school shoes with the red and green in the bottom of them. We were called Grebos. Yeah, we were the freaks. Rawr. 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 Shag bands. I remember them. I've still got some in a drawer somewhere, but they've turned to like jelly. Right then, so I'm going to be sending everyone over to Ghosts on Trent now. I appreciate everyone. Wait, Beardo, my kid has just passing us. If you could say hi to him, his name is Chester. Absolutely. Chester, hello to you. Don't do the things I've just been discussing. It'll only lead to scars and heartache. College was often interesting fashion choices. Well, yeah, some of the performing arts section used to make like stage clothing and stuff. Sam, didn't you make my trousers wider for me? I wanted them to cover my shoes so I could absorb more street water. Didn't you used to put little triangles in the bottom of my jeans so they were bigger? I'm sure that was you. It might have been Liz. Questionable fashion choices. I still dress like it. Right then, everybody, please do go check out Ghosts on Trent. This has been fun tonight. A lot of fun. Ghosts on Trent video. I've not seen it, but I know what's in it, and it's going to be really cool. So I hope you go and check that out. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. Thank you, everyone, for hanging about. I knew it was you, Sam. Much love to you all. I think Sam might even have had a part in my dreadlocks, come to think of it. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
Can I get a dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a roar. Can I get a roar? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a Beardo whenever he's live. With the tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a roar? You can get a roar. The object of the day to put a smile on your face. All the fans know how much he appreciates. Roar. You can get a roar. If you're just feeling like crap, all you have Just like that, you get a raw. Can I get a raw? You can get a raw.
Look at the way he met is looking at me.